Over the past years, I have been building a lot. A lot of exteriors and not that many interiors. So, today we're going to be looking at 100 different methods to improve your exterior of your base. And the first method is creating a simple bush. It's nothing really to write home about, just moss and azalea. The next thing we have is to create a little archway to kind of cover up your wall. I've done this a couple of times. It looks pretty good. We have another type of arch, but this one is for an entrance. Over here we have a little pole that has a little bit of depth, which is cool. I like it a lot. You can use this as just like a support beam. Of course, not for something very big, because then it just looks off. Before anyone says anything, I have green season 9 base because I'm learning, okay? We have the simple technique that it's like a little overhang for a window. Then we have this little shelf that is like outside. It's not a shelf, I just don't know what to call it. And you can just put like a flower on it, and yeah. Now when you're creating a roof, you can do something like this. That is perfectly fine, but I thought, why not? It looks like it's more connected and adds more depth. We have a wall with a beam. You can use this in on top of a roof or as just like a wall. Either one's fine. Same thing with this. I used to use this as like a bridge type of thing. Like when you're walking, it's like a little bridge. You can't walk, you can't go past. It's like a little border. Yeah, that's what that one is. So that is 10 right there. Let's go on the 20s. This is like a little garden. And then we have like an outdoor garden type of thing. This could be like carrots or something. I just like the look of the torch flower. It gives different colors. I've actually used this technique in my TBN starter house. It looks really good. I like it. And then we have our first lamp. There will be many lamps. We have our first lamp, very basic. Then we have kind of a below wall to kind of cover up the bottom so it just doesn't look super flat. If there's one thing I would tell you guys when you're building, make sure to add depth. It makes things just look nicer overall. We have a little support beam, very basic. We have another type of support beam, but opposite. You can like put things on top. We have another support beam, but this time you can build off of it like that. Then we have a small type of house. The curve is very minimal. It's not a house. We have a small type of roof. Of course, no back because that's not what this video is about. And then if you want to build like an evil layer, you have this. You can replace the streamlight with lava. That would work the same. They're both orange. Now we are on 30s. I should probably explain this one from this angle. It does not make that much sense. As you can see, it's a little darker in the water because the water is like a shadow effect, and also the wood's wet. I don't know if you guys know, but when you wet wood, it gets darker. Now we have a different type of window. Instead of glass, it's fences. This is good for like basements. Then we have a little swing that can go on a tree. We have a small tree. We have logs that are strapped down. Love this effect. It looks really good. We have a little overhang now. We have a sloping overhang. This one's pretty cool. And then we have a little pond. Ponds, water, it's a very good way to make your home feel like it's not just placed there. And then we have a little outdoor umbrella. This is a way to split up your base so it just doesn't look flat. I like using red because that is my channel colors. Remember when I said there's a lot of lamps coming up? There's a lot of lamps coming up. We have this lamp, pretty cool. This could go in the middle of a path, so it's like lights on both sides. This one is very similar, but instead of 4 ways, it's 2 ways. So a road can go this way and a road can go that way. This is a small lamp. This is a cool lamp. I like this lamp. I saw this online and I just took it. Then there's this lamp. I love using grindstones. Because it looks like it's more hanging. This is the most complicated one we have because it uses cauldrons, hoppers. Then we have this lamp. I don't really know how to explain this. We have another shooping lamp. I don't know. We have another lamp that's like hanging. Then we have a nighttime lamp. Ready, guys? Voila! Because it's a nightlight sensor, I guess you can call it. And then this is a very interesting looking lamp. Now we're on 50s. This could be something cool to make your base look like it's part of the environment. A little wagon. That is, if you're like in a rustic or farmhouse feel, this would work. Then same thing, a little water faucet. This has nothing to do with it. You could always add a little fog effect. Now we have a couple window frame ideas. This is the first one. I favor this one because I mostly use spruce in my builds, which is very sad, but it is what it is. I like it a lot. We have this one. Something you will notice about all these, there's a lot of depth. We have this one, we have another window frame, but brick, and instead of using glass, we used fences. Like I said, fences is just a good window. This one is, I'm not a big quartz user. I tried building it with quartz once, and Craftbox season 1. Just watch it. Then we have our most basic, I would say, window frame. And then we have a small window frame. I actually like this a lot. It's very condensed. I've used this type of technique before. Again on my TBN starter house. I did not use bricks though. I think bricks really go well with it. This is our most complicated one, I would say. I asked on my Discord, and this is what they came up with. I like it a lot. Of course, that flower is so cool. Then we have another window frame, but instead of using traditional blocks, we have little daylight sensors. Now we're on 60s. Oh wait, subscribe to Bickle Plays. You should listen to it. I got this idea from MicroPig. He made a video about the steepest staircase that he could come up with, and he came up with this. And this isn't for stairs, by the way. I did not see that this could be just a cool base of a house. Not a house, a freaking base. I'm actually using this in a future video, so stay tuned for that. This hasn't been seen everywhere. I love it. I've used this before. Then we have this. This is more for a top part of a base, a house, to kind of split it up and add, depth. This is for bottom. This is just to split it up, especially with this smooth stone slab. It breaks up the colors. Then we have another banister type of thing. This could lead to a house or just be a bridge. Now we have a very big door. We have a swinging window shield. I think having one open and one closed is a very interesting look, because it just takes away from the symmetry. Maybe you can also do that, like actually have one closed, but it's up to you guys. We have another window idea. This one's more basic than the others. It's just stone, wall, glass. Now we just have a simple wall idea. Now this is another top of a wall idea to kind of split it up. Now we're on 70s. I think adding trees are always a good thing to do. Adding, not trees, custom trees. If you can, I would do it, because they can really add to a build. This goes on top of I actually stole this from Green's mega base. It's really cool. This goes on top of a roof. Then we have another windowsill idea. We have this is very, very basic. You just take a string and put it on a wall. It adds, again, depth. Then we have a little hanging towel situation. This is not, it's more just about the string. The string connected to the stick. It makes it seem more secure. We have a chimney with smoke coming out of it. This is a chimney that I made in like a minute, so yeah. Now we have a cooking cauldron. You could also just do this. You could make it actually like, cooking. Now we have some bushes. Now we have a little patch. We have a little moss patch. This can go in anything, but from a distance it blends in very well. This is a cool little texturing tidbit. Another thing you can do is texture. Texture gradients are also another really good way to make your build less boring. Now we're on 80s, and we have a path, and then we have a little brick path. Then we just have a normal path block path. Then there's a little river. Adding custom river is another good way, because just having that splash of blue really makes things pop out. Then we have a small little arch. We have like a freshly mowed lawn, which is good for like modern houses, modern big mansions, or just golf. Then we have like a sewer stopper. I don't really know what they're called. Sewer jail cell, I don't know. We have this one that's been there for a lot longer, I guess. Then we have a scarecrow. Then we have a cool little wall tidbit. Now we're on 90s. Something you could do is you could build a statue. This adds history to a build, which is, adds some like lore, which is very interesting to look at. There's a little beehive. I don't know why. You could you could build a beehive. Then you could do a little campfire situation, which is always a fun thing to do. And then a cliff. You are welcome, Jimmy. You are welcome. You do a little cliff. Then a turret. I love me my turrets. Then we have a nice trapdoor type of thing. A fountain. A fountain is a good way to kind of bring builds together, bring towns together. We have a terracotta roof. You can add different colors to this, which will make it pop out more. You can also just do simple petals, but you do need to be careful with these. You don't want to make it like completely, you know, completely filled, unless if that's what you're going for, but most times I would not recommend that. Then we have a glass dome. It's hard to see, but yeah, we have a glass dome. Now we're on our last 10. Subscribe now, right now. The sign says it, so you gotta do it. I decided to go with more what I can do with hanging signs with this one, because I don't use them that much, and I think they're really cool blocks. You can do a hanging cauldron that is cooking with lava, you know, heating up lava. I saw this online and I thought it looked really cool. You can do a lovely little bench. I actually might use this for an upcoming build. You can do a little torch, a big torch. Now we have a boat. I did try adding I saw this online, and the guy looked like he put like a boat in a boat in a chest type of thing, and I couldn't figure that out. It just wasn't working, so I opted against it. This can go in the water if you're next to an ocean. We have a little grill. We have a horse pulling a wagon. Now we have a little well, small well, cute well, love it. Then we have some meat cooking, some red lovely beef cooking. Oh, this is his throne. I get it. It's chicken. It's Bickle Jr.'s throne. Oh my goodness. I guess Bickle Jr. is a king. That is 100 build tips for exteriors. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be using a lot of these in upcoming builds because I found them and I'm like, oh, pretty cool. Yeah, I think this really helped me out a lot, and I hope that helps you guys out. I might do one for interiors, but you know my reputation with interiors, guys. Like, come on. If you really want it, I can work on it, but no promises. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like. If you guys learned something, let me know in the comments what you learned, and it makes me happy. I hope you guys enjoyed, and always remember to sleep with your pillow. Goodbye.